H1. 7 things to let go of before 60. H1. You're hunting for something. You know it's somewhere nearby. 30 minutes later, you're still digging through drawers, shifting boxes around, feeling increasingly frustrated. This isn't normal. This is clutter stealing your time. As you grow older, everything gets harder. Your body starts aching. Your energy fades. That's exactly why clearing out your home now is essential while you still have the strength. H1. You're hunting for something. You know it's somewhere nearby. 30 minutes later, you're still digging through drawers, shifting boxes around, feeling increasingly frustrated. This isn't normal. This is clutter stealing your time. As you grow older, everything gets harder, your body starts aching, your energy fades. That's exactly why clearing out your home now is essential while you still have the strength. H1. Ruth is 63. She couldn't get her bedroom door to open. 20 years of accumulated items were wedged against it. After we sorted through everything, she broke down in tears. "I can finally breathe again," she whispered. Someone once remarked, "People who declutter effectively also handle relationships effectively. They don't allow useless thoughts to stack up." Couldn't be more accurate. Clear your surroundings. Clear your mind. Today, I'm sharing 7 items you need to discard before turning 60, even when it stings, even when you spent good money on them, because hanging on to what's behind you is stealing what's in front of you. Hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment about which item you'll start with. Let's begin. Item number 1. Underwear and undergarments over 1 year old. Nobody wants this conversation, but we need to have it. Underwear has a short shelf life. Experts say 6 months to 1 year tops, even when you rotate between several pairs. Why? Because underwear faces constant bacterial exposure. Washing helps somewhat, but over time, elastic weakens. Fabric gets thin. Bacteria settles into fibers. A study at New York University showed that even after laundering, underwear retains bacteria. Not enough to make you ill, but enough that you should swap them out regularly. Carol told me she kept underwear from 5 years prior. 5 full years. "But I wash them," she protested. I explained. Washing doesn't bring back elastic. It doesn't fix worn fabric. It doesn't make old underwear new. Think of it like this. You wouldn't use the same toothbrush for 5 years. Why use the same underwear? I know what's running through your mind. Underwear isn't cheap, especially quality pieces. Replacing them regularly costs money. But your health deserves it. Your comfort deserves it. Here's what I recommend. Buy 6 or 7 pairs of good quality underwear. Rotate through them. Replace them once a year. Mark your calendar. Every January, purchase new underwear. Throw out the old ones. Some people wonder, can I donate old underwear? No, absolutely not. Underwear goes in the trash. Donation centers can't and won't take used underwear, for obvious hygiene reasons. The same goes for bras. If the elastic is shot, if the underwire is poking out, if the straps are fraying, toss it. You spend hours each day in your underwear. It should fit well, feel comfortable, not be held together by safety pins or worn-out elastic. Item number 2. Exercise equipment you haven't used in 2 years. Item. We've all been there. January rolls around, New Year's resolution time. This year I'm getting fit. So you buy a treadmill or a stationary bike, or resistance bands. The first week, you're on it every day. You're motivated. You're determined. Then, February comes, 3 times a week, then twice, then once. By March, it's a clothing rack. Joyce lives in Minneapolis. She's 68. When I entered her spare room, I spotted 5 pieces of exercise equipment: a treadmill, an elliptical, a yoga mat still in its wrapper, resistance bands, free weights. How often do you use these? I asked. She looked down. I keep meaning to. Here's the reality. If you haven't touched exercise equipment in 2 years, you're not going to suddenly start. That's not criticism. That's just how it is. These machines are heavy. They take up massive space. They make cleaning harder. They become visual reminders of goals you didn't meet. And that creates guilt every single time you see them. David in Phoenix had a rowing machine in his living room for 8 years. 8 years. He used it, maybe 10 times total. But he couldn't part with it because it cost $600. Finally, his son convinced him. They listed it on Facebook Marketplace for $150. Sold in 2 days. Buyer hauled it away. David called me a week later. I can't believe how much bigger my living room feels. I actually have people over now. That's what clearing space does. Your home opens up. Your life opens up. If you haven't used your exercise equipment in 2 years, here's what to do. Take a photo. Post it online. Price it to move fast. If nobody buys it within a week, donate it to a community center. They'll usually pick it up for free. Don't let guilt keep you stuck. That machine isn't making you healthier. It's just making your home smaller. Item number 3, towels older than 2 years. Most people don't realize this. Towels have an expiration date. Even with regular washing, towel fibers break down. They lose softness. They lose their ability to absorb. They start harboring bacteria that washing can't fully eliminate. Experts recommend replacing bath towels every 1 to 2 years. Kitchen towels even more frequently. Think about it. You use your bath towel on your clean body after every shower, but that towel sits in a damp bathroom, moisture trapped in fibers. Perfect breeding ground for bacteria and mold. Over time, those towels get that musty smell. You know the one, that smell that won't go away no matter how many times you wash them. Ruth had towels, stiff as cardboard. I asked her, "When did you buy these?" She paused to think. Maybe 10 years ago. 10 years. She'd been drying her clean body with decade-old bacteria-filled towels. Here's what happens to old towels. The fibers get rough. They don't absorb water properly. They can irritate your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin or conditions like eczema. Some people try to revive old towels by washing with vinegar or baking soda. That might help temporarily, but it doesn't replace deteriorated fibers. If your towels are rough, stiff, or have that permanent musty smell, replace them. You don't need expensive towels. A decent set from Target or Walmart works perfectly fine. Just make sure they're fresh. Old towels don't have to go in the trash. Cut them into smaller pieces. Use them as cleaning rags for washing your car, wiping counters, cleaning bathrooms. A cut-up old towel makes an excellent cleaning cloth. Better than most store-bought rags. Just don't use it on your body anymore. Item number 4. Faux leather bags, shoes, and jackets that are flaking apart. Faux leather has a lifespan, usually 3 to 5 years. After that, it breaks down. The coating cracks. Little black flakes appear everywhere. Janet in Boston learned this the hard way. She wore a faux leather jacket to her granddaughter's graduation. Halfway through the ceremony, she glanced down. Black specks all over her cream dress. The jacket was disintegrating. She spent the rest of the day in the restroom, picking off flakes. Missed most of the celebration. Faux leather doesn't age like real leather. Once it starts flaking, there's no fixing it. You can't condition it. You can't restore it. It's done. And here's the worst part. Those flakes get everywhere. Your car seats, your furniture, your other clothes. Nearly impossible to vacuum up completely. I've seen people try to save faux leather with tape, with glue, with leather conditioner. Nothing works. If your faux leather bag or shoes or jacket shows any signs of flaking, throw it out today. Don't wait until you're in public and it falls apart. Some people ask, can I donate faux leather items? The answer is no. Donation centers can't resell items that are falling apart. It creates more work for them. Faux leather goes in regular trash. I know it feels wasteful, especially if you paid good money, but keeping broken items doesn't make them useful. It just fills your closet with things you can't wear. Item number 5. Accessories that are out of style. Sunglasses, scarves, belts, hats, jewelry. These items follow trends, and trends change quickly. What looked fashionable 5 years ago often looks dated now. Joyce had a drawer stuffed with sunglasses. Big ones, small ones, colorful ones. Cat eye shapes from the 2000s. Aviators from the 90s. When's the last time you wore any of these? I asked. She picked up a pair, put them on, looked in the mirror, made a face. These look ridiculous now. Exactly. Accessories are trend-driven. That's fine when they're current. But holding on to outdated accessories just creates clutter. Here's what I recommend. Keep 1 or 2 pairs of classic sunglasses, simple black or brown frames, styles that don't scream a particular decade. Same with scarves and belts. Keep the classics. Get rid of trendy pieces you bought years ago and never wear anymore. Costume jewelry is another big one. Those chunky necklaces from the 2000s, the tiny delicate pieces from the 90s, the bright-colored plastic bracelets you bought on vacation. If you haven't worn it in a year, donate it. Someone else might love it, but it's not serving you anymore. And please throw away broken jewelry. That necklace with the broken clasp you've been meaning to fix for 3 years. You're not going to fix it. Let it go. Accessories should enhance your current style, not remind you of styles you used to have. Item number 6. Clothes you haven't worn in 2 years. This is the big one. The one that stops most people. We hold on to clothes for so many reasons. This cost me $200. This was a gift from my daughter. I'll fit into this again someday. I might need this for a special occasion. But here's the reality. If you haven't worn something in 2 years, you're probably never wearing it again. Our bodies change as we age. Our lifestyles change. Our style preferences change. That dress that looked perfect at 40 might not work at 60. Joyce's closet was packed. I mean, packed. Clothes from the 80s, 90s, 2000s. She had dresses she wore to her children's weddings, suits from her career, blazers with shoulder pads you could land a plane on. Do you wear any of this? I asked. Not really, she admitted, but they're all in good condition. Good condition doesn't mean useful. A perfectly preserved polyester suit from 1985 is still a suit you'll never wear. Here's my rule. Take everything out of your closet. Everything. Make 3 piles. Pile 1. I wore this in the last year. Pile 2. I haven't worn this, but I have a specific upcoming event where I'll wear it. Pile 3. Everything else. Pile 1 goes back in the closet. Pile 2 gets 1 year. If that event doesn't happen, or you don't actually wear it, it goes. Pile 3 leaves your home today. But what about stretched out t-shirts, shirts with holes, underwear with sagging elastic? Those don't even make it to pile 3. Those go straight in the trash. I see this all the time. People keeping ratty old t-shirts for sleeping or lounging around the house. But you know what? You deserve to feel good in your sleep clothes, too. You deserve clothes that fit properly and look decent. David had 15 stretched out t-shirts, all with holes, all stained. He said, "These are comfortable." I said, "David, you can be comfortable in clothes that don't have holes." We threw out 12 of them. Kept 3 that were in decent shape for lounging. Bought him 2 new, comfortable t-shirts for sleeping. He told me later, I didn't realize how much better I'd feel wearing clothes that aren't falling apart. If you can't bring yourself to throw away expensive clothes, donate them. But be honest. Would you give these clothes to someone you respect? Or are you just passing your clutter to someone else? Quality donation centers like Goodwill or Salvation Army can use nice clothes. But clothes with holes, stains, or significant wear, those just create work for them. They have to sort and throw those away anyway. Be ruthless with clothes. Your closet will thank you. Your mornings will be easier, and you'll actually wear the clothes you own. Item number 7. Old blankets and comforters. Blankets seem harmless. They're just fabric, right? What's the harm in keeping them? The harm is space, storage, and the fact that old blankets collect dust, allergens, and wear out over time. David had 8 blankets in his linen closet. 8 for one person. Why do you need 8 blankets? I asked. In case guests come over. When's the last time you had overnight guests? He thought. Maybe 4 years ago. So he was storing 8 blankets for guests that might come once every 4 years. Here's what you actually need. 1 blanket for each bed in your house. Maybe 1 extra for unexpected guests. That's it. Those thin-pilled blankets from 20 years ago. Donate them to an animal shelter. Shelters use old blankets as bedding for dogs and cats. It's a perfect second life for worn-out blankets. Comforters and duvets are trickier. They're expensive. We want them to last forever. But comforters break down. The filling clumps. They lose warmth. They get stained. If your comforter is more than 10 years old, consider replacing it. Your sleep quality will improve. Your bedroom will look fresher. And here's a tip. When you buy a new comforter, get a washable one. Comforters that require dry cleaning are a pain. You'll never clean them as often as you should. How to actually do this. Now, let's talk about how to actually do this, because knowing what to get rid of is one thing. Actually doing it is another. Start small. Don't try to declutter your entire house in one weekend. That's overwhelming. You'll burn out. You'll give up. Instead, pick one category. Just one. This week, tackle old towels. Next week, clothes you don't wear. Week after that, exercise equipment. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Work for just 30 minutes. Then stop, even if you're not done, even if you want to keep going. Why? Because decluttering is exhausting, emotionally and physically. 30-minute sessions prevent burnout. Ruth tried to clean her whole house in one day. By noon, she was exhausted, frustrated, overwhelmed. She gave up and didn't touch anything for another 6 months. When we worked together, we did 30 minutes a day. Just 30 minutes. In 2 weeks, her house was transformed. Here's another important point. Don't ask family members for permission, especially adult children who don't live with you. I've seen this so many times. Someone finally decides to throw out an old vase. Their daughter finds out. Mom, I gave you that vase. Why would you throw it away? Now the person feels guilty. The vase stays. Nothing changes. Your home is yours. You get to decide what stays and what goes. If throwing something away improves your daily life, that's reason enough. Yes, even gifts. Even things from people you love. The gift was the gesture. You appreciated it. You used it for years. Now it's time to let it go. Janet struggled with this. Her son gave her a coffee maker 10 years ago. It barely worked anymore, but she kept it because it was from him. I asked, if you threw this away, would your son be hurt? She thought, honestly, he probably doesn't even remember giving it to me. Exactly. Most people don't track the gifts they give. They're not keeping an inventory. They won't notice or care if you replace that coffee maker. And if they do ask, be honest. I used it for 10 years. It was wonderful, but it stopped working, so I got a new one. Thank you for thinking of me back then. Nobody reasonable gets upset about that. What happens when you clear these 7 things? Here's what happens when you clear out these 7 things. Your home feels bigger, lighter, easier to clean, easier to navigate. You'll have more energy. Not because the stuff was heavy, but because visual clutter creates mental clutter. Every object you see is a decision your brain has to make. Keep it, move it, clean it, use it. Remove the objects, remove the decisions. Ruth's bedroom had so much stuff she couldn't vacuum. Dust everywhere. She blamed herself, thought she was lazy. But she wasn't lazy. She was overwhelmed. Once we cleared the room, vacuuming took 5 minutes. She started sleeping better. Her allergies improved. Her mood lifted. All because we removed things she didn't need. I want to address one more thing. Some of you are thinking, but what if I need it someday? Let me tell you a secret. That someday almost never comes. And when it does, there's always another option. Need a blanket for a guest? You can buy one for $20 at Target. Need exercise equipment? You can go for a walk. Free. Need that old jacket that's falling apart? You can buy a new one that actually fits and looks good. We hold on to things out of fear. Fear of wasting money, fear of needing it later, fear of regret. But holding on to unused items guarantees waste. You already wasted the money when you stopped using it. Keeping it doesn't unwaste that money. It just wastes your space too. Joyce said something that stuck with me. After we finished decluttering her closet, she stood there, looking at all the empty space. She said, I thought I'd feel sad, like I lost something, but I don't. I feel free. That's what decluttering gives you. Freedom. Freedom from the past. Freedom from guilt. Freedom from stuff that no longer serves you. Your action plan. So, here's your action plan this week. Pick one of these 7 categories. Just one. Go to that area of your home. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Put on music if it helps. Make it pleasant. Sort items into 3 bags. Keep, donate, trash. Be honest with yourself. If you haven't used it in 2 years, it goes. If it's broken or worn out, it goes. If it makes you feel guilty every time you see it, it definitely goes. When the timer goes off, stop. Take the donation bag to your car right now, today. Don't wait. If you wait, you'll start second-guessing yourself. Take it out of your house immediately. Tomorrow, drop it off at a donation center. Don't overthink which one. Any reputable place will do. The trash bag? Take it straight to your outside bin. Don't let it fit in your garage or basement. Out of the house today. Then, reward yourself. Seriously, you just did something difficult. Something most people avoid for years. Celebrate that. Make yourself a nice cup of coffee. Watch your favorite show. Call a friend and tell them what you accomplished. Positive reinforcement makes you want to do it again next week. Remember, you're not getting rid of memories. You're making room for your present life, for ease, for comfort, for the things and people that actually matter right now. Your home should support you, not burden you. Every item you remove is one less thing to clean, to maintain, to think about. And here's the beautiful truth. Nobody declutters their home and regrets it. Nobody finishes and thinks, I wish I'd kept all that stuff. But thousands of people regret not doing it sooner. Don't be one of them. Start today. Pick one category. 30 minutes. You can do this. Leave a comment telling me which item you're starting with. Are you tackling exercise equipment, old towels, clothes you don't wear? I want to hear from you. Your comment might inspire someone else to start too. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking steps toward a simpler, lighter life. You deserve a home that brings you peace, not stress. Let's make that happen.